matchup in today's game. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Take a look at the Magic. Things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
Kevin, in recent games, their luck has been all bad and tough. I mean, that could very well continue against the team they're facing here in this game. It's not going to be easy to end this streak.
Clark, plenty of speed and explosiveness on display tonight. When you widen your lens a little bit, how do you think athleticism in this league has changed throughout the years?
Boy, it has grown exponentially, Kevin. When you think about the advanced training methods, the knowledge around nutrition and rest and strength training, so beneficial to the athleticism that we see in the league. As a matter of fact, I question whether or not I would be able to play in this day and age based on the athleticism I had back in the 80s. I would have to really embrace that fitness and strength training to another level to play today.
Well, I think you would have played in any era and been just fine.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not so sure, though. These guys get after it. They're bigger, faster, and stronger than any players of any era to date.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in at the 3. To the middle. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Augustine passes to Fournier. No good from outside.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Isaac. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Westbrook kicks to Ferguson. Shoots. And that one's good. George has got his second bucket.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee. Clock at 6. Here's Ferguson. He's guarded by Fournier. Ferguson's shot is good.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time. And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Now, here's Adams. And no good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Now, here's Isaac. Defended by George. Isaac misses.
Boy, the defense was great. Superb, stellar, platinum level. Can't really contest that shot any better than that.
No good from Grant.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Now, here's Isaac. Defended by George. Grant against Augustine. The shot. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And so George will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 3. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Now here's George. Shoots over Isaac. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Vucevic down low. Adams defending. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fournier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ferguson, the pass to George. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Grant. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Magic leading by 6.
And, you know, one of the areas where the Orlando Magic struggled was with consistency, but not only on the floor, but across the franchise. A lot of coaching turnover the past decade.
Here's Westbrook. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Westbrook's got his first points of the game.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Left block shot on the way. The rebound by Grant. And the Magic have gone through a lot of coaches, as you said.
Yeah, lack of continuity at that position can really derail any momentum you're attempting to build. And the same can be said about their players. A lot of trades and turnovers with the roster. That's not a recipe for consistent success.
Cans it from downtown. Gordon's got 5 now.
Man, I like seeing Gordon stretch his range a little bit. I mean, the three-point shot is still a work in progress for him, but I think he's only going to get better the more experience he gets shooting it from there.
Now here's Westbrook. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Man, like the way Vucevic, after contact, continues to work through and concentrate on the bucket. That's a credit to his body control.
Jaron Grant, he's checked in for Orlando. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. It's a 10-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Greg, you know, it was 1-1 split from two teams on the opposite side of the standings. And, you know, as we've said many times, anything can happen when you play out of conference.
Here's Noel. After Jaren Grant's bucket, Noel finds Westbrook. Grant gets a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Now here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Houston. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. In third, the Thunder.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. Grant, right side. Schroeder against Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. High-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
First free throw is good for the Thunder. Patterson comes in for Grant, and Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. He's perfect from the line this time.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the strike.
Grant surveying the D. Outside Gordon. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Schroeder against Grant. Clock at 6. Outside Gordon. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now, here's George. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And so Grant will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They're leading by 8. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that lettuce at the line, man. Easy points available at the free throw line. You got to cash those in.
Now Schroeder following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon. Here's Abrinas. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on. That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Now here's Ross. Defense right on him. Right side Gordon. Here's Abrinas. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
Well, Kevin, this team does have some powerful finishers inside. And he said that option is always going to be one for them. He said, when in doubt, I want our guys to be aggressive, get inside, and force the defense to collapse. That creates inside-out opportunities. Kevin, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Schroeder, following the score by Mohamed Bamba. There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. Schroeder kicks to George. Fires for three. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Oklahoma City. Grant the pass to Ross. Pass to Awundu. Four on the clock. Excellent D there from George. Thunder trailing by 9. Nobody near Schroeder. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Orlando's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Inside, Gordon. And no good that time. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
And the call will be against Alex Abrinas. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Diallo, he's checked in for Alex Abrinas. And it's Felton in for Dennis Schroeder. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Awundu. No good again that time. Thunder trailing by 4. And the pass to Felton. Pass to George. 4 seconds left. Again, Oklahoma City.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Russell Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
And we know energy and effort go hand in hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those offensive rebounds too.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Felton is out there with Diallo, and it's Noel in at the center position. Now here's Felton. Jaren Grant missing his last shot. Here's Patterson. Drills it from outside. Patterson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Grant finds Gordon, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Raymond Felton. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he's one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, You better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
And the first one at the line is good.
Aaron Gordon has a special combination of athleticism and size, and I think his skill set is perfectly tailored for how the game is played today.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Gordon hits both of them. Clark, obviously everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. Obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time all-star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions or undrafted, Patrick Beverly. How about him as a guy that you look at and say, man, this guy's work ethic has really made the difference in his career.
Now, here's Grant. Gordon inside. Patterson on him. Gordon kicks to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Isaac passes to Simmons. Here's Grant. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Grant's got his second basket.
I tell you what, total team player. When Simmons hits the open man like this, he adds value to his team.
Shot from 12. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Orlando leading by 3. Isaac with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks it to Grant. Trying his luck deep. He can't hit that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
Feeds it to Simmons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Patterson, and he's good on the 3-ball. Patterson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Thunder.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Patterson against Gordon. Unable to get that one.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
The feed to George. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Now, here's Grant. Releases. Simmons controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 2.
And, you know, Simmons has some bounce now and does a really good job at timing those offensive rebounds.
George with the bucket.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And stolen by Simmons. Grant outside. He feeds it to Gordon. Over Patterson. And it's Gordon missing. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Now, here's George. He's covered by Isaac. Here's Diallo. And it falls over the rim and in.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Grant finds Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. No good from Simmons.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Diallo, guarded by Simmons. In the corner, George with it. Shot clock at 5. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
And the patience from George, not rushing up a low percentage shot, not settling for just any shot. Instead, keeping his cool and burying a quality look.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Well, Clark, a few teams at this point in the season have battled through back-to-back games. Just how hard is that on the body to play in consecutive nights in this league?
As I recall, Kevin, it wasn't terribly difficult. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed it. You could either get the bad taste of a loss out of your mouth quickly by playing another game. You didn't have to really practice. There's some energy concerns, obviously, but when you're well-rested and excited about playing, you find the energy. But I do believe there's studies that show there's a greater probability for injury the more back-to-back games that you have. That's one of the reasons the league has sought to minimize the number of back-to-back games across the schedule.
Here's Fournier, the Thunder making the shot. Back to Augustine. Over Westbrook. And the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. The unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Adams. A 14-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by the Magic. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Ross kicks to Augustine. Pass to Vucevic. Ross for 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Magic.
It's been the guards who dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
And Westbrook throws it down.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now here is Augustine. He has 5. But they'll get another chance. Ross passes to Bamba.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Augustine. 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. And that one falls for Bamba.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Alex Abrinas has checked in for Paul George. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Outside Fournier. Pulls up on the elbow. Yep, it counts. Fournier's got 5 now. And with Bamba, In addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful. Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season, Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Augustine against Westbrook. Augustine dishes to Ross. The 12-footer.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Westbrook kicks to Abrinas. Over to the left wing. Grant surveying the D. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Ferguson. He's guarded by Ross. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Abrinas for 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Ross, that's good.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Magic getting the bucket. Grant. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 8. Fournier gets a wide open look. Drops in the tray. Fournier's got 8.
And Fournier is a very confident player. I mean, you can just see it. Very efficient shooter off the dribble.
There's the pass to Westbrook. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. Passes it to Ferguson. Kicks it to Grant. Tries a 3. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when it comes to the paint, Noel owns it. I mean, really takes on any defender head on. and as a result, gets a lot of foul calls because of his aggressiveness.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, the former Kentucky Wildcat Noel is a phenomenal defensive player who's really starting to find himself on offense as well.
And the Thunder making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. All free throws good from Noel. 56 seconds left in the first half. Schroeder against Augustine. Feeds to Vucevic and stolen by Noel. Here's Abrinas, and the 3 ball is good. Abrinas has got the lead up to 10 now for Oklahoma City.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Up top, Fournier. He's covered by Grant. Fournier against Grant. Fournier's shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Abrinas, the pass to Schroeder. Pass to Westbrook. Over Augustine. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. As long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Augustine from outside. Ferguson with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 13. For 3, Westbrook. That shot is off. Now, here's Isaac, defended by George. Now Isaac That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Grant. George with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. Augustine looking around. Kicks it out to Gordon. The three, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Westbrook. Here's Ferguson. Grant outside. Fournier against Westbrook. Clock at 4, and it's in there. Westbrook's got 14 points for the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Now here's Fournier. He's got 8. Here's Vucevic. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Westbrook against Gordon. Down low. And Adams with the slam.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Augustine. Steven Adams making his last shot. Here's Isaac. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Go the other way. 1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
The Thunder leading by 14. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And Orlando making a change here. Owundu's checked in.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging about 22 points per, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Now here is Augustine. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Outside Fournier. The Magic again can't hit. The Thunder leading by 16. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Westbrook and finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Here's Augustine following the score by Oklahoma City. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Over Grant. And it's Gordon missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Ferguson up again. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 6 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Paul George really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
So for the Magic, Simmons comes in for Fournier, and it's Grant in for Augustine. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. And so Grant will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Up top, Simmons. He kicks to Gordon, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism. But he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. And for Gordon, all the focus he gave to improving his shot gave him the confidence he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And confidence so big in this league. I mean, it's the difference between good to great or average to good. I mean, when he believes in his shot, he's lethal offensively. It just opens up the floor for him and his teammates and allows him to create mismatches the way he's shooting it now.
Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 13-5 run. Out to the right wing. Here's Diallo, guarded by Simmons. And it's George missing. The Magic trail by 18. Lob pass to Gordon. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 6 points in the quarter.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
And they double up Gordon. Stolen by Westbrook. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's George finishing it off.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Now, here's Grant. Tries a three. It's good from long range. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Westbrook surveying the D. Now, here is George. 21 points in the game. Down low. Here's Diallo. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists in the game. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Grant. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Diallo. Simmons with the defensive effort. The Magic trail by 21. To the inside. A 1-2. That's good.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Westbrook kicks to George. To the wing right side. The 3. The rebound by a 1-2.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Grant finds Simmons. Grant outside. Pass to Gordon. Over Westbrook. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the 3 ball is good.
And he had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
The pass to Awandu. Vucevic against Adams. Gordon with no one around. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And George kicks to Diallo. Grant against Westbrook. Shoots over Grant. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Westbrook against Grant. Westbrook passes to Grant. Here's Diallo. Vucevic with the block.
Hey, that expansive reach of Vucevic's really helps him on the defensive end. He uses that length to really bother the confidence of shooters.
Now Grant, after Westbrook's missed 3, drains the 3-pointer. And that's 10 points for Jaren Grant.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Diallo. Grant outside. 4 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. From deep, George. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Grant. The shot that time, not on target. So the Thunder will take it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Westbrook. Grant outside. Pass to Diallo. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 1st in steals, 5th in scoring. And he's among the top 20 players in 3-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And as you said, number 1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. They throw good, Paul George. Both teams deciding to change it up. And George drops them both. And here is Grant. He's got 10. And there's the pass to Isaac. Back to Grant. High arcing shot, and it's sent back by George. Left side, Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Isaac, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And so Grant will bring it up for the Orlando Magic.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Isaac kicks to Grant. Shoots a 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Schroeder against Grant. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Evan Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Jaren Grant. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Adams' shot is off.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here is Augustine. He has 5 to the middle. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Ross. Abrinas the pass to George. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Fournier against Noel. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Augustine's got 7 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Orlando called for the foul.
2.
The Thunder have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
First one falls for him. Schroeder hits them both. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Fournier, that's for 2. That's good on the jump shot. 10 points for him.
Kevin Fournier is somebody you can't allow to get comfortable. I mean, his jumper is cash moolah.
And so it's Oklahoma City closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Magic trail by 20, and Oklahoma City looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Adams. Paul George is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. Now here's Fournier. 5 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Offensive rebound. Here's George, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, I think you've got to like and appreciate the effort there, the hustle. George staying with the possession, then uses his length to finish off the miss.
Now here is Augustine. Off target from three-point range. Inside. Out to the right wing. Abrinas. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Ross with it. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Abrinas. Offline with his 3. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Fournier's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Ferguson kicks to Abrinas. Oklahoma City moving it around. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Magic have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the 4th quarter underway. Now here's Ross. He's tightly guarded. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And for that matchup with the Magic, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
First one falls for him. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a 4th referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better and highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A 4th official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Count that one from Isaac.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, the mid-range game of Isaac continues to get better, showing great stride in being a threat from here.
Now here's Felton. And there's the foul. It's on Jarrell Martin. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Gordon comes in for Jarrell Martin. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Jeremy Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Alex Abrinas. Here is Augustine. Following the basket by Raymond Felton to the middle. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And right now, Gordon is on a whole nother level now. I mean, he's not forcing anything. He's really letting the game come to him, and his shots are being taken right in rhythm.
Now, here's Westbrook. Here's Adams. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Passes it to Augustine. Kicks it to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Hey, yo, wrestle.
Now Felton. Pass to Ferguson. He tries for three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Paul George, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And so here's Orlando. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. Well, that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oklahoma City?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
The free throw drops for Augustine.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Both free throws good from Augustine.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Here's Ferguson. Here's Westbrook, down to 5 on the shot clock. Poke loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Westbrook against Augustine. He kicks to Ross. Now here is Augustine. D right on him. And it's Vucevic in the corner. 6 to shoot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Outside Westbrook. Over Augustine. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. Pass to Augustine. Kicks to Gordon. Charity stripe shot. Good. He hits the jump shot. Gordon's got 13 points in the second half.
Outstanding concentration that time from Gordon. So good at staying focused on the basket even when the defense is on it.
Here's Westbrook. Isaac with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. Here's Gordon. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Grant. Westbrook kicks to George. Back to Westbrook. It's stolen by Vucevic. Picked away. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Isaac. To end the cold streak. No good on that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Augustine against Westbrook. Back to Augustine. He dishes it to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Grant. Nice shot from the wing. And that's now 27 points for Aaron Gordon.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Westbrook against Augustine. Westbrook finds Grant. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Ross. Fader on the way. Augustine grabs the board. Augustine's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now the pass to Isaac. Now Vucevic, defended by George. Westbrook against Augustine. And Adams sends it back. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Evan Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Here's Vucevic. No good on the quick 3. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Passes it to Ferguson. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Ferguson. Trying to get something going. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Right side Fournier. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gordon. The Magic again can't hit. Oklahoma City shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Now here's George. He's covered by Isaac. Unloads. And he knocks down the jumper. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding them.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. The Magic trail by 19. Augustine passes to Isaac. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. That shot off. Adams, some nice D.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Westbrook, no good.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Isaac. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
To the inside. No good from Grant.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Took him no time at all on that one. And 12 points for Evan Fournier.
And quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ, knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
The three from George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Oklahoma City.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And it always feels good to get that first win in a season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against Orlando.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Boy, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? Turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
Here's Augustine. Paul George making his last shot. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Pass to Isaac. Back to Fournier. A three-pointer off the mark. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Here's Ferguson. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.